Hey y'all, welcome back to the Briles Bunch and welcome back for another Crockpot meal video. I'm Courtney if you're new here, and I'm sharing 3 very easy dump and go Crockpot meals in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it and that it gives you some new meal inspiration. And I've been doing these every Wednesday here on my channel this month, but it's coming up on the end of the month, so this is the last one for the month. But I still think that I want to do some more Crockpot meals in the future because they're really simple and we love them. So if you'd like to see that, then let me know in the comments down below. But if you enjoy these types of videos, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're not already. I would love to have you be part of our YouTube family, but let's get on into the meals. So for this first super simple Crockpot meal, we're going to do some lemon pepper chicken, and there's just 4 ingredients. I've got some chicken breast, half of a lemon is all that I'm going to use, and then a can of cream of chicken, and then some lemon and pepper seasoning. So the first thing I do is just dump the chicken down into the crock pot and then mix together the cream of chicken soup with a tablespoon of lemon pepper seasoning, and then half of that lemon squeezed into it as well. And then I added just a little bit of water into that can of cream of chicken soup and mixed it all together before pouring it on top of our chicken. Since my chicken was a little bit frozen still, I started out cooking mine on high for 5 hours, but then I checked it after 4 and it was already done. I do feel like I have a hotter crock pot though, so you just kind of have to know your crock pot. If your chicken is thawed out already though, I would say probably on high for 2 to 3 hours, just depending on your crock pot. But then I took the chicken out and it was so tender. I was trying to cut it up into little like chunks, but it just wasn't happening. So I did my best to cut it / shred it because that's what it wanted to do, and then mixed it back together with all of those juices like the cream of chicken mixture, and then we just served it with some rice on the side. Here's how it came out looking. It was so full of flavor, and we just did some of the easy microwavable rice, and it was a super quick and yummy meal. The next dump and go meal is a really good one. It's barbecue Dr. Pepper pulled pork, and I just got 4 ingredients for this one also. I've got my pork shoulder here. Mine was like 2.5 pounds, I think, and that was perfect for our family with leftovers. So we had that, and then some hamburger buns and a bottle of Dr. Pepper. You could also use a can of Dr. Pepper and a bottle of barbecue sauce. That was 18 ounces, I believe. So the first thing that I did was cut my pork shoulder in half, like width-wise, just to make it cook it down a little bit easier and faster. So I cut that in half, then placed it into our crock pot. Then in a large bowl, I mixed together the Dr. Pepper and the barbecue sauce. I used almost the entire bottle of Dr. Pepper and pretty much almost the entire bottle of barbecue sauce too. If you had a can of Dr. Pepper, I would use that entire thing though. And the reason I don't use all of the barbecue sauce is because I like to save some for the end just to pour on top of my sandwich, just to add some more barbecue sauce flavor. But I mixed that together really well before pouring it straight onto our roast. And then I cooked it on low for about 6 hours is how long it took for ours to be done. After it was done, I took both of the pieces out and just shredded them up really good before putting them back in the crock pot and mixing them up together to mix all of those flavors again. And then we just served it on buns with some chips on the side. And I should mention that if you wanted to add seasonings to it, you totally could. I just wanted to take the easy way and just dump everything into the crock pot. But if you wanted to, I would add those seasonings before anything else in the crock pot, just straight onto the pork shoulder and rub it all in together really well. For the last crockpot meal that we're going to make, we're going to do some chicken Alfredo, and I'm pretty sure our family has made chicken Alfredo every way possible except in the crockpot until now. So for this, I've got some chicken broth, and then I'm using some ready pasta. You can use any kind of pasta that you want. You would just have to cook it up at the end, but I chose the ready pasta because it cooks in like 60 seconds in the microwave. The only thing is that you would need multiple bags of this to have enough for this recipe. I used 2 bags, and I still probably could have used more if I wanted leftovers. And then I've got some butter, chicken breast, cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, and lemon pepper seasoning. After putting the chicken down in the crock pot, I added in 1 cup of chicken broth, then 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, so that whole 16-ounce carton of it, and then added in some of the seasoning. So I added lemon pepper seasoning and garlic powder to taste. You can use whatever kind of seasonings you want. That's just what I chose. And then also a little bit of salt and pepper. Not pepper, because that lemon pepper seasoning, but I did add a little bit of salt in there as well. After the seasonings, I added the whole block of cream cheese. I didn't feel like cutting it into little cubes. I thought it was fine the way it was. And then about 4 tablespoons of butter slices right on top of that mixture. I closed it up, and my chicken was already thawed, so I cooked this on low for like 3.5 hours. And then this is what it looked like when it was done. I took the chicken out and shredded it, stirred everything together, and added in some Parmesan cheese. I believe it was half a cup of Parmesan that I added in there, and stirred it around really good. And if you want a thicker consistency, then just add like a cornstarch slurry. But I thought it was perfectly fine the way it was, and we loved it. We had this like coming home after church, and we were just so hungry that we just wanted to eat it right away and not worry about that. I was going to make some broccoli on the side too, but it just didn't happen because we were so hungry. So we just went ahead and had it with just the chicken Alfredo. And I did add in my ready pastas too. First, I started with just 1 pack, but it clearly was not enough, so I added another one. We really enjoyed this chicken Alfredo. We've made it so many ways, and it never turns out wrong. It just tastes so good. We love chicken Alfredo, and to be able to make it in the crock pot is a huge win. I would probably like it a little bit thicker, so maybe do that cornstarch slurry, but it was really good, and the flavor was really good. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're not already, and have your notification bell turned on so that you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.